Children of helicopter parents. What was the worst or most embarrassing thing they put you through? My dad followed me into jury duty when I was 21 because he didn't believe I could do it myself. I insisted that he didn't come, but he did anyways. He was stopped by security guards outside the area, and he threw a huge fuss about not being able to accompany me. Most of the courtroom was confused and weirded out. Luckily, they didn't need me throughout the trial, so I was dismissed. There's a lot more weird shit my dad does, but this one stood out to me when I first read this post. I wasn't allowed to hang out with girls when I was younger, and one day I was at the school park with some of my friends, and there were a couple girls there too. My mom called me on the phone to ask who I was hanging out with. I only mentioned my guy friends. Well, apparently my mom was spying on me with binoculars. The park was just a few blocks from my house. As soon as she saw the girls, she drove to the park, got out, and made a big scene about it in front of everyone, and made me go home. That probably wasn't even the most embarrassing thing she's put me through. There's been countless other situations. My mom would do random checks on my phone every couple days. Out of nowhere, she'd ask for my phone, and I'd have to hand it over. My parents also didn't believe in dating. They believed in courting. Because of that, I felt the need to keep all my relationships secret. One day she asked for my phone before I'd had the chance to delete any incriminating texts. I knew there were some steamy messages on there from my SO. I handed it over, knowing shit was about to hit the fan hard. I went and sat down, but I just couldn't handle it. I got up and walked right out the door. I was wearing my pajamas still and hadn't put on shoes. I ran for a while and then started walking. Didn't realize I was crying until I slowed down. It took my parents about 20 minutes to find me. But hey, I ended up marrying the guy I was texting, so I've got that going for me. One of the more memorable experiences, when I was a freshman, my cousin was a senior, and through him, I made a lot of friends that were upperclassmen. So at the end of the year, I got invited to go to prom. My parents made my date, who was just a friend, come over 2 weeks before prom and basically asked him every question imaginable. They got his phone number, home number, email, the works. He was super chill about it because my cousin had warned him beforehand. When prom actually came around, I wasn't allowed to ride in the limo with everyone else. Instead, my mom drove me in her ugly-ass Astro van that looked like the Mystery Machine, and she had my siblings and cousins packed in there. When we got to the venue, she got off with me and asked an administrator if she could stay. Thank God he said no. Oh, and I had a curfew. 8:30 p.m. It was 7 when I got there. Ugh. Edit. For everyone saying I would have been raped, my friend is gay, and my parents were well aware. The Astro van was handed down to me after I graduated, and I loved it until the end. I have loved to write since I was very young. My mom had this weird obsession with going through my stuff, and one day, while I was going through her stuff, I found a shit ton of my writings. She read all my stuff and saved it. I felt incredibly violated. I threw everything away, which I deeply regret because I would have loved to read about my teen angst now that I'm going through my late 20s angst. Finally an Ask Reddit thread I have a good answer to. I am still a teenager, so I'm still putting up with my parents' helicopter habits. My parents were furious when they found out I had watched The Hunger Games at a friend's house. Same thing happens whenever I watch a movie rated PG or above, and they're not there to fast forward through the kissing scenes and mild cursing. They don't allow me to spend money without telling them first. I once bought a pack of gum without telling them. It wasn't pretty. Long story short, I got my phone taken away for a week after being chewed out for a solid hour. My dad has software on my phone that tells him whatever I do on the internet. This includes texting and calling. He'll probably see this, but I don't care. I better stop typing now, they might catch me.
Most of my childhood is a fog, but I have memories of being in and out of doctors' offices all the time growing up. They often had me on multiple prescriptions. The doctors never really spoke to me, they'd speak to my parents and then I would take whatever pills or undergo whatever treatment I was instructed. This continued until I was 18. I still to this day have never been told what was up, and I have no access to early medical records. I'm 39 now and perfectly healthy with no ailments or health conditions that I am aware of. Okay, edit. I do not remember any names of any doctors. We moved around a lot, and this was the 80s and 90s in the US, so I don't think the medical records are centralized in any way. I wouldn't know where to begin tracking them down. I don't ask my parents about it, partly because it seems pointless without being able to verify their answers, but mostly because I just have no desire to revisit that part of my past. Would rather just focus on being a happy and healthy adult who lives far away from the rest of his family. Edit. Yes, I see the 147 Munchausen by proxy comments. Yes, it could very well be that. You can stop saying that now.